All right, everybody, paint day Friday. Let's check out the progress on the fire job. Let's get it. All right, welcome back, everybody. TGIF. Check this place out. It is white, flat white to be exact. Mundo, 2 coats. That gets your best, one, it looks really nice, and 2, gives you a little bit more durability. You know, if y'all are wondering about, paint tips and tricks or whatever, typical YouTuber, go back a couple videos, and a guy's got a bunch of stuff and things, but 2 fellas was able to sand this thing out and put 2 coats in one day, and it is 1500, 3 o'clock. So that's a pretty good day for 2 guys. Used on that thing right there, they call that a dustless sander because you get less dust. It works. It's better than hand jiving for sure, but it'll get, if you're looking for a neck and shoulder workout, yes, especially overhead. When you're sanding overhead, oh yeah, she'll get you. And then as usual, we broke out the big 18, the cigar roller, because that was way quicker to cut in. Like I said, if y'all are looking for paint tips and tricks or whatever, check out the other video. But the usual, so I cut in using the old paint pole and the cigar roller. And lead guy Tom, he was manning the big 18, and we just made some hay. The fun part is in the morning, we started on this side. So we had our cart over there, had the plastic on it, sanded this side, painted this side, not 1 coat, but 2 coats. And then we just kind of faded it over about halfway. Pushed this son of a back over here where it's laying now. And then did, rinse and repeat back to step A over here. So it turned out pretty sweet. Back to truck up. There we go. It's a garage, but fella's gonna get, the homeowner is supposed to get us some of those 4-foot LED from the Jungle website lights, and we're gonna hang those up for him. Now we got everything painted. We can get his garage door buttons placed and all that stuff. New openers are put in. After we did the electric there last week, we found out that them guys wouldn't work. So those got installed Wednesday, Thursday this week. And then, we was able to crank it out. Pretty happy with that. We do have some updates on the inside though, so let's check her out. This right here, before we head on in, this was not ready. So Tuesday, because when Monday's a holiday, guy, if you want to lose track of time and dates and all that good jazz, just start your own business. I mean, who knew it was August already? What? Yes. So we're gonna wrap this up Tuesday probably, and then we're gonna cut a little access hole in here, put a little swinging door on there for the fella in case he's gotta get up in the attic in the garage for whatever reason. But inside, guys wiring up finally showed up. Watch out, 3-legged retina burner, had to get you. He's got the kitchen all done, which is great. But we did some experimenting on this. Those of you who've been following along with this project know about the texture on the ceiling, or on ceiling and walls. So called the homeowner one day. I was like, "Hey man, are you guys super in love with that texture?" And he's like, "Actually, no, I'm not." I'm like, "Perfect, I got a cure." So we took some of the mechanical mud is what they call it, because it's made for the boxes and all that. And I'll get to that in a minute. But we mixed some of that up, and we just slung it on the wall and took my big skimming knife, which I'll show you. Let me back the truck up. I showed you guys this long time ago. This knife right here, I love that thing. So we basically just slathered that wall with drywall mud, and I used that big skimming knife, and I just started pulling it and whatnot. And we're probably gonna have to do at least 1, if not 2 more coats. It's not gonna be perfectly flat like if it was brand new drywall, but it's not gonna be the texture stuff. You know, she might have a little bit of humps and bumps in it, but I think it'll look a lot nicer. And second off, it's going to take us way less time to do this than to try to replicate that stuff. This, I don't know what it's called still. This, I don't even know if you guys can see it right. But you guys seen it in the last video. To replicate that texture over this entire ceiling, all these walls, down the hallway, ceiling hallway, the whole nine, it would be days upon days upon days. So this right here literally took me and Tom, I don't know, maybe a half an hour to do this and almost a whole bucket of mud, which whatever, no big deal. But the cool part is the more coats you go, the less mud you're going to use. So probably take that old dustless wall grinder and just kind of touch that a little bit. Take the high spots off. You know, like that ridge right there that was left from the knife. Take the high spots off. Don't get into it too much. Just take the high spots off. Skim it again. Let it dry. Rinse and repeat. So we'll have a bunch of time to do that. These guys right here. Guy was awful excited to get using on them, if you remember from the last video. Well, that excitement quickly faded to frustration. And I think I told you all about, the issues I was having with that taper. And then using this corner box was a nightmare. I ended up calling Level 5 Tools, talked to their representative, and he's like, oh, if you had called me before you bought that kit, I wouldn't have sold you that. He's like, those are a pain in the neck. I was like, oh, no kidding. The boxes, on the other hand, once a guy started using the proper mud, they were golden. Vertical seams like we get out in the garage, those were a pain in the neck. And then, the ceiling, that was a lot of fun too. In here, we still got, these are 7.6. The garage is 8 foot. These are 7.6 ceilings, so it'll probably be a little bit easier in here for us to try to keep you out of that retina burner. That thing's bright. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. TGIF, long weekend, Labor Day on the Monday. Didn't even know it was coming. Like I said, lose track of time and days when you're just going after it. Hopefully the wire nut will get his hind end back in here. Get this hallway done. We got some hardwire smokes that need to get put in. Once all that's done up, drywall installation is being delivered Tuesday afternoon. So that's going to give us a time to wrap up all of our odds and ends out here, our switch plate or our electrical outlet covers, switch covers. We got a biscuit light to put in here. What else we got out here? Oh, we got to put his generator wire back up. That's in the conduit, so we got to fasten that back on the wall. I just thought it'd be easier to do what we had to do with that and just discoed. So that's what we did. And clean up all this condor droppings. That was the other thing with those Level 5 tools. Guy made a mess. So Tuesday morning, I'm going to rent a buffing machine, which the guy's got probably, a good 60 to 80,000 hours running in my military time. And homeowner's got a hose bib right out here. So we're just going to get the scrubbing pad for the buffer. We'll just soak down the floor and scrub all this stuff off. It's drywall mud. It's not, it's nothing. It's definitely not permanent. It's water soluble. There we go. Soluble. Yeah. You know what I mean. You can rinse it off with water. There we go. So that's the plan for Tuesday. Clean up the garage, wrap up this little area right here, put the light in there, get our plugs in here, and a plug right there. That's for the rest of our lights, which will be tied together. Get all of our stuff mounted for garage doors and all that. We got another outlet we got jamming over here with a cover. And then I got to square them away with a new outside light. That one, I don't know if you can see the smoke. Let me zoom in for you. Boop. Right there. Yeah, right there. There's smoke coming out of that gable vent right there. And that light was toast. So I'm going to get him one of those new hot rod LED motion detector ones. So that way he doesn't have to worry about turning the switch on or nothing. So that's this week's progress. I appreciate you all following along. If you're new and you made it this far, please like and subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. Trying to grow the channel a little bit here and there. It's neat. Every Friday, guy posts updates on projects that we're on. Next Friday, there should be a whole lot of changes going on. I'm hoping by next Friday, we're going to be seeing drywall and at least tape on the walls in there. If not, maybe some drywall mud coating going on. That'd be neat. So until next Friday, you guys take her easy. Have a good holiday, and we'll talk to you soon.